Hey, I'm Mike.
Hey, I'm Chris.
This is Mike and Chris Reloaded.
This is a monumental day for us.
Yeah, inaugural season of first time ever stuff going on
It
here.
is. This is our first top 5 of the year.
Yes, it is.
Our first time we actually have our phone guest on here.
Yay!
Yeah. Say hello, Carl.
Hello, Carl.
Hello. I was waiting for you to say that. I set it up for you, man.
Hey, man, I need it low. Give me those low-hanging fruit.
I know. Yeah. Hey, we got our my buddy Carl. He's hailing from Orlando, right? You're still down in the land of Orlando, right?
Oh,
I am.
I lived there before I moved here, so.
Well, it's like one of those things where I wanted to move down here for the theme parks, and then you live here and you get tired of the theme parks. So
Exactly.
it's like I haven't been to a theme park in months.
It's more of the tired of the people, isn't it?
Yeah, the tourists.
You know, I get along with anybody. That's why me and Chris were friends.
Yeah, well, that's true. You set your standards low on that one, man. You have nowhere to go but up from there.
We were talking about anime, and I just imagined us as like anime characters, and so it just got weird for a second.
with the big starry blinky eyes.
Uh-huh.
So
Always trying to do something stupid.
Yeah.
So this week we're going to be talking about top 5 animes that are coming out this next year.
This year, yep. The ones that we're looking forward to. Again, this is our lists.
It's our personal preference.
Our personal preference. It may not agree with other people. That's fine. Everyone has their own.
Tough titty.
Everyone has their own. I know the Yuri on Ice movie's coming out this year sometime.
Yeah, my daughter used to be into that. She's not into anime no more.
Really?
She hasn't watched an anime since that. I think Yuri on Ice broke her.
I think it's enough to break anybody.
Yeah.
I can't say that I've never watched it. So
It's
about a gay figure skater.
Yeah. It's like
I know what it is.
Brokeback Mountain on figure skates.
Oh yeah. Oh, no, I know what it's about. I just ice skating. I don't care if it was straight or the other way. I just don't think I can watch a whole anime about that.
That's nice to know that your standards are low where you won't watch ice skating. It doesn't matter if they're gay or not. It's ice skating.
Which is weird because I watched a whole anime about what is it? It's like a fastest finger anime. It was about quiz shows.
Oh wow.
So,
Oh man. I'll tell you what is good is that the Kuroko's basketball. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge sports anime person, but
Yeah.
that one was really good.
Yeah, I watched some of that. It was pretty good. My daughter watched the whole season of that, the whole episodes of that.
Yeah, I think there was like 3 seasons of it. Though.
Yeah.
I think I've seen the first like 1.5
I
seasons.
think she
of it.
watched the volleyball one too. That was pretty good.
Oh, the boys one.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I've seen it, but I haven't seen it.
Haruka, I don't know what it is. Something like that.
I don't know. I made it through two episodes of that butt. What is it? The butt fighting anime?
Oh,
Agent? No. Oh God. That's
I
not
know which
coming
one you're
to me.
talking about, where the girls have to knock each other off the little platform with their butts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is weird because apparently it's a real sport now.
Yeah.
You
That's what I
say
heard.
fan service?
No, it's an actual real sport now.
Oh my gosh. Lord help us all.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So let's start off with our guest. I think we should go guest and then you, Chris, and then to me. We'll go around in a circle. Pretend the guest is right here.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you want to kick us off, Carl?
Sure. Well, my number 5 was actually one that is an original anime. It's called Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was hearing a beep. High Score Girl.
High Score Girl.
Hi, Score Girl. What's that one about?
Yeah.
It's based in the arcades in Japan in 1991. It's based around Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
And the main character is I guess he's a gamer himself. He's like a teenager, and he's really good at it. And of course, beats everybody. And then eventually, he meets the gamer, the high score girl.
Oh,
And
so it's not just a catchy name.
Yeah. And apparently, she beats him like 29 times in a row,
Oh wow.
and he can't even touch her. So the whole thing is about their relationship and him following her around from like arcade to arcade, trying to beat her at a game, beat her at Street Fighter 2.
That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And I love arcades. I grew up in Street Fighter 2. So.
Oh well, yeah. Who did?
Yeah. So that interests me a lot. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
That looks pretty. That's pretty interesting. Actually, I have to check that out.
I played the wrestling game. You remember that old wrestling game at the
Oh
arcades?
yeah.
Or
Was it
tag
they had the
team?
WWF one?
Yeah.
The old WWF where they all would come out and point and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I lost a lot of quarters to that.
I always did the Mortal Kombat myself, so.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat is good.
Although I didn't find that was a lot of you didn't find a lot of people, at least where I was, wanting to play you in Mortal Kombat that much. Street Fighter 2 seemed to be the go-to, But I think I'm a little older than you, so.
Well, I think everyone wanted the Street Fighter because you could do the different combos and stuff like that, and where Mortal Kombat would seem like it was kind of a just straight punch or crotch punch or whatever, and you're done.
Low
It was
kick.
the fatality.
Yeah. Okay, with that, I will go with my number 5. I'm actually looking forward to this for a couple different reasons, but the new season of Attack on Titan.
Nice.
One of the reasons is because the season 2 it wasn't the shock and awe that season 1 was to me. So I'm kind of hoping they pick it up in season 3 and they reveal some extra stuff. You already kind of got an idea where it's going, but if they don't pick it up in season 3, I'm afraid it's going to lose me.
Yeah, I didn't finish season 2 strictly because it was dull.
Yeah,
I'm gonna finish it before season 3 comes out, but I found it dull.
so that's kind of an odd way of putting at number 5, but I absolutely loved the first season. The first season was phenomenal. What really disappointed me was that they cut it back, though.
Yeah, as I was saying, season 2 was shortened, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was only
It had
12 episodes, where season 1 was 25 episodes, I think.
Yeah, 25, I think.
So, yeah, they cut it back a lot. So I'm hoping maybe this next time around they kind of kick it up and increase it some more. So we'll see
The
what
problem
happens.
with me was my kids actually read the manga first, so
Yeah.
I knew they pretty much spoiled me. So when it came time for season 2, it was just yeah, okay.
Shut up!
Yeah, my kid spoiled me too on season 2. I know. Yeah, I know everything that's in the cellar too. So.
Well, I don't, so I'll still...
Yeah, I'm not spoiling it for you.
Well, here, let me tell you, man. In the cellar.
in the cellar.
Right.
Kaiser Sose.
That's terrible. Kids
Hey,
are
we don't
terrible.
talk about that now.
Yeah, that's true. We shouldn't. That's another podcast.
We're going to digitally erase him from that.
All right, number 5, Mike.
My number 5 is actually a newer anime that just came out this last year, which is Mob Psycho 100.
Oh, I love that anime.
That anime, I watched it on a whim, and surprisingly,
I told you to watch it.
Did you tell me to watch it?
I did tell you to watch it.
Well, you told me to watch
I remember
it.
I was hounding you to watch it for a while.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it live with its live releases when it came out. I watched it week to week.
Yeah, because I would always message you, ask if you watched the new episode. I said it was out. You're like, oh, I'll check it out.
Yeah, this one's supposed to come out in March, so it's actually due fairly quickly.
Did you ever catch that at all, Carl?
No, that's another one. That's the guy from One Punch Man, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same
That was-
animators, yeah.
Yeah. The kids turned me on to One Punch Man and then try to get me to watch Mob Psycho, but some animes lose me with the art style, and that had that far out kind of art style a little bit.
It had a little, I guess, what a psychedelic, I guess you can call it. But just I think it has to be, the anime style has to be that way because of the expressions of the characters. I mean, you watched One Punch Man, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, just the way his blank looks, he's like, huh? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it would do with any other type of design, anime design. I don't think.
Mob Psycho follows a kid who's pretty naive and thinks he's working for a real spiritual guy. I don't know what
are they, Shimigamis or Shikagamis?
Yeah,
the guys that they exercise
size
ghosts.
ghosts and stuff. But he's a
yeah.
complete and total fraud and uses Mob Psycho as the real person who does all the work. But the guy keeps taking credit for it and making Mob Psycho believe that he's this high supreme leader of it and trainer, master, or whatever. And it's pretty funny and it's got some action in it.
So it's got a lot of action in it.
Yeah. I
But
like it for the
he's
humor.
like, see, the premise of it, it's they call it Mob Psycho 100 because when he reaches there's a level gauge on there. When he reaches 100, that's like, that's it. That's his like
he
peak.
blows his top.
Yeah, he blows his top, and I guess it makes him just like the most powerful being pretty much on the world.
Is it as funny as One Punch Man?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because One Punch Man was pretty fun.
Oh, I loved One Punch Man.
100 push-ups and 100.
So number 4
yeah.
to you there, Carl.
Well, I'm probably going to butcher this name, but it's called Xian Pin Jiaiting.
Okay.
And it's it basically it's one of those things where it just kind of piqued my curiosity. I love animes about weird kids trying to get along.
Okay.
And it's apparently it's about these two kids and their parents are mad scientists, and they've both been like fooling around with the brother and sister and modifying them.
Oh, nice.
And it's all about them trying to be a normal family. And to me, that speaks to like everything I love about anime. Is like those like awkward like family moments and stuff like that. And, give me some exaggerated reaction shots and stuff like that. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Well, that's how I'm with you, man. That's how I am with animes. With me, I love a facial expression or a moment that happens that just shocks somebody will last more than just anything else in an anime to me. And which leads me to my number 4 would be season 2 of One Punch Man. That's what I'm looking forward to. I absolutely love the first season, with Saitama and everything else, like you were just talking before, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 whatever. But just, again, the only thing I am kind of a little leery on is I guess the animators that did the first season aren't doing this one. They got some new animators doing it, so I'm hoping they stick with the same art design. We'll see what happens. But it just, the first, like I said, the first season was just I loved it, especially when he fought the Negasonic Ninja, whatever. He just crotch punched him. He was like, "Oh, I forgot to pull my hand back." Oh man!
Yeah, the only reason I watched that one was because of you. You hounded me to watch One Punch Man.
And was it not great?
It was great. It made my list, so it'll be repeating here shortly.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's coming up for me too.
Yeah, it was good. But my number 4 is Code Geass. It's got a couple movies and then a series to follow afterwards coming out this year. And that show, I hated mech shows, and I still hate mech shows.
And who turned you on to that again, Mike?
Okay, you did, but I hate mech shows. I just can't stand them. I don't like them. But this mech show is more of a drama and an intellectual war than it is a mech story. I mean, yeah, they get in mechs and they fight, but most of the time they're outside their mechs.
This is Lelouch the Rebellion or something like that? Which is the name of the main character, Lelouch, isn't it?
Lelouch is the main character, yeah. So, I mean, this one's basically, you haven't seen it, it's about a guy who gets power to control someone's mind, but he can only do it one time. Once he's done it the one time, he can no longer control you at all. So it's about him gaining this ability and going through his trials of life, trying to defend.
Well, hey man, if you're only one time, there's a lot of things can happen in one shot.
Yeah, it's him trying to free his country from I think European control, England control. So it's pretty interesting anime to check out.
Yeah, that power you talked about reminded me of. I don't know if you guys ever saw it called a Magi Brilliant Park.
No.
It's about a guy who has to run a theme park.
Mm-mm.
Weird. I go off on these weird animes, so. But he has this magical power given to him by the park, people in the park, that he can read somebody's mind, but he can only do it once.
Oh.
So he has to pick and choose, when he actually uses the power. So. But yeah.
Huh.
But yeah.
That sounds like an interesting one.
Yeah, I'll have to check that one out again. What's it called again?
A Magi Brilliant Park.
Like I am.
I think so.
Or
I'd
MAGI.
I'm just gonna write Brilliant Park.
Yeah, Brilliant Park. It'll come up with that.
And I'm sure it'll come up with that.
Yeah.
Except there's
Really
no
good,
C
but
in Park.
it's
There's no C in Park, Mike. Gotta cross that out. I'm a retard.
So we're now to number 3, Carl. To you, I guess.
well, I guess I could say One Punch Man. But since you've already talked about One Punch Man, I'll throw one of my honorable mentions in there. Is that okay?
Sure.
Sure. Persona 5.
Oh,
The
see, I've
animation.
never watched any of the Personas, but I heard they're really bizarre, but yet good.
Well, the only reason why is I played the game.
Oh, okay.
Persona 5, and it's what they did was an anime based on the game.
Yeah, I know. The game was did like just all kinds of like really good reviews.
Oh yeah. I spent 100 hours on it,
That's a long time.
and and it's worth it. It is probably the best game I played last year.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, if you love anime,
Yeah.
and you love like any type of RPG, kind of like real life Sims and stuff like that with a great story, that one's for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds yeah. Actually, that sounds pretty neat. I mean, I like a good slice of life type anime and stuff every now and again.
Oh no! My favorite part of any anime, is when somebody runs away. I love that exaggerated, like just give me a great chase scene and I'm good to go.
There you go. I guess that would go to me and my number 3. My number 3 is Sword Art Online Alicization coming out.
I saw that. I knew that was going to make your list.
Yes,
That's a Gun Gale, right?
Well, no, there's actually another one coming out called Sword Art Online.
Yeah, but I mean, it's within that. I had one as one of my honorable.
Yeah.
It's Alicization, but then it's Gun Gale. I guess it's within that same.
Well, no,
program.
there's 2 different ones coming out.
Seriously?
Yeah,
there's 2.
There's the Alicization is the continuing story of Kirito and Asuna and all them, where they have a Sword Art Online alternate Gun Gale is what's coming out, and that's going to be about going back into the Gun Gale storyline, but it's totally new characters.
See, I didn't like the Gun Gale storyline.
It was okay. I
liked it better than the fairy one.
Oh yeah, the Alfheim.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing with me: like the first half of the first season was just phenomenal. And then when they went to the Alfheim, it got a little off kilter, but then it finished up, I thought, pretty strong with him, actually rescuing Asuna and everything else.
I agree.
It was the whole touching moment. The last 2 episodes of it were probably I could have done without the rest and just went with the last 2 episodes and I'd have been good.
Right.
And then you go into the Gun Gale and it's almost like the same thing all over again, kind of. You're trying to stop a killer, but see. This is what got me on it, is the fact that it shows the dude from the Laughing Coffins from the first one, but yet it still didn't allude to anything. Like, what is there something about it? It's like, oh, he's got the same tattoo, but that's it. That's all we're going to show you.
Right.
And then it's just kind of like they forgot about it.
Well, I don't know. It's like what I liked about Sword Art Online was the relationship.
Oh yeah,
The first one. See, I liked the 2 main characters. And then it just seemed like they just wanted to pull them apart. And at that point, it was just like, okay, well, that's your sister. That's great. And then this one, then like the other girl's not even in it. It's just this new character, and I don't know. I get attached to.
I think that's why they brought the second half of the Gun Gale was just pretty much about Asuna, which I thought was actually a really good storyline.
Oh yeah,
it's Mother's Rosario is actually the name of the arc of it, but I thought it was really good, and I'm glad she got her own little arc, her little storyline. It was really sad, but it was good.
That's the one that ended with the home invasion? Wasn't it the Gun Game? The one where the one was helping. It's been a while
it was
since
her friend. It was her friend that was her that was with her the whole time in the real world. The one that he was the one that was actually doing it all, or one of the people doing it all. So, and he was going to kill her, and he showed up. Kirito showed up on just right at the last minute to help her.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Yeah.
That was a snoozer for me. I'm sorry. I agree with you. The first season of Sword Art Online.
I don't know, man. It
was great.
It was great. Season 2 was, like I said, the first half was but the second half I thought was really good with Austin and everything else. But I'm bad I could ever say about Sword Art Online. It's just it had everything: action, adventures. It had sadness, romance. It just had everything. It was everything you ever look for in anything, really, even if it's not an anime. So that's just what it is to me.
Alright, so my number 3 has already been mentioned. It is One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
One Punch Man. Like, I don't know what more to go into it about, but it's just a funny, crazy action involved anime, man. I just can't explain why I like it. I just like it.
Well, I mean, you got a lot of things going on with it too. What's the android in Janus? Is that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
You still got to find out who the android was that wiped out his whole people, and then there's things alluding to when they told him don't trust this guy or whatever. So maybe the heroes aren't all heroes after all. So
yeah, I just don't know why I like it. I think the anime is cheesy, kind of, but it's the cheesiness that I love. So
I love it, man. I love it when the one with the insect that was. He just swats that woman who was like a mosquito or something.
Right.
Swats her. Oh, I just love it because he gets so pissed off because he kills everything in one hit.
Yeah.
He's like, dang it!
He's just going around looking for the ultimate challenge, and you can't nobody can come close to defeating his powers.
Yep.
Of course, he almost finds a guy, but I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, the guy at the
one at the end.
Oh, the dude from the Carl's seen One Punch. No, you haven't seen One Punch Man. Yeah, he's seen.
I've seen One Punch Man.
Yeah.
The king dude or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he was finally thinking that he was going to have a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost did. He was getting his butt kicked, and then he just like turned something on and was like, "Nope, this ain't happening."
But that's like one of the traps I fall into with animes. It's like that one started off really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like really, really good, and then by the end, it just kind of like it seemed to just do the same thing. Run into somebody, beat him really quickly. Run into and so I'm hoping we do go into the android a little bit more in season 2.
Well, I mean, maybe it kind of gave you the idea that he was going to have kind of a challenge, but it's like never mind.
But that'd been one thing, like if he would have overcome, like with some kind of grit or determination, but just to be like, nah, it was over. I really wasn't. I mean, give me some struggle.
What is his special move? Consecutive normal punches.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Consecutive normal punches.
What kind of anime is not good when one of his power moves is called consecutive normal punches?
Oh yeah, man. The kids love that. I mean, that's all they kept to. But I didn't watch the subbed. I watched the dubbed. So.
Yeah, I actually watched. Well, I watched the subbed. Some of them I did when I couldn't get the dubbed in. But once if I missed a few weeks or something, I'd go back and then the dubbed would be on. I'd watch the dubbed. The dubbed actually is, I think, a lot better in this instant. A lot of times the subs. I've run into the thing where subs and dubs are two totally different things, and sometimes the dubs isn't really that good.
I wouldn't know. I don't read.
But in this instance, the dubbed is really good, actually.
Oh yeah, there's some really good dubbed anime out there, but sometimes it's not.
Yeah, I'm not a subtitle reader, so I wait for dubs on everything. I'm lazy.
Well, it's like you guys ever watch Baka and Test?
I've seen a couple episodes of it.
Like, to me, that's one of my favorite anime of all time. But the dubbed is just way funnier than the subbed. Because they got really good voice actors, and you can try to watch that, but I think if the dub's on and it's really funny, it's way more funnier than if it's subbed.
Well, some of these other ones coming up, at least the last couple that I got, the dubbed actually are like way better. Well, I think the dubbed are way better. We are number 2.
Number 2 to Carl.
Okay, my number 2 is it could be maybe a little overlap is Real Life season 2. And
Mike and I were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah, we were.
And I don't know if I don't know what you guys do about spoilers, but the first one was about
I've seen the first
yeah,
one.
yeah, the kid, the middle age, he
Yeah.
was, I guess, what, middle age, but late 20s, early 30s,
I think,
decided to go back and relive his high school
yeah, I think he
days.
was in the early 30s, wasn't he? About 32, 34, somewhere around there.
Yeah, he was at. I think he was at a bar when he ran into the blonde
Yeah.
guy that gave him the pill. But no, I just to me that was, it was just, again, what you're talking about. Like, it had a lot of humor, a lot of heart. Love the characters, you know, and I loved how it ended. The heartbreaking, moment. You said you both seen it.
I've seen it, Mike.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, well then I won't go into anything else. Chris, you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Where
With-
both of those characters
yeah.
are. And to me, that was just heartbreaking. And I kept thinking for a long time, I'm not going to get to see it. You know, did see how it was resolved.
Now the
Yeah.
art, the real life, is it a new season, or are they just bringing some OVAs?
I think it's a new season.
Okay,
I'd have to double check, but I thought it was a new season.
I could be wrong, but I thought I was reading it was just going to give some OVAs coming. So
Are you trying to make me cry, huh? Really? First time you got me on a phone, and then you're gonna make me cry right on.
it wasn't. No, don't get me wrong. I really did like it. Excuse me.
I think it's okay. It's only 4 episodes, but it does finish out the.
Oh well, as long as it finishes it, that'll be all right.
Yeah, it's an OVA, but it finishes out that storyline.
Well, that's good.
So,
I mean, that's because they kind of didn't really end it. Anyway.
Yeah, because to me that's what a lot of animes do. That really no offense, piss me off.
They don't
It's like
finish it.
you really get invested, and you really love the characters, and it's like, oh, that's it.
Oh,
like,
you mean like High School of the Dead?
Yeah.
Well, have you guys ever watched one called Nanana's Buried Treasure?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I have.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Love that anime.
That's the one with the girl. She's the ghost or something, right?
living in the guy's room.
Yeah.
And they're going on treasure hunts. It's like, wow, this is so awesome. I'll never get to see.
Oh.
Number 2 to you, Chris?
Number 2 to me, which is one that is actually still going. Season 3 comes out this year, April of this year, as a matter of fact. My Hero Academia. I started watching this show and instantly just fell in love with it, man. It's just your classic tale of the kid that just gets pretty much left out of everything, and he works his tail off to try and get where he wants to be, and then gets recognized, and then gets his abilities, and just he wants to be the best, pretty much the best there is out there.
Now this is the anime about the school of superheroes,
Yes,
right?
the kids, they call him Deku, but his name is I can't remember his name, but yeah, he there's the superhero of heroes out there. His name's All Might.
Yeah.
And yeah, have you watched this yet, Carl?
Season 1, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched
I haven't
season
seen
1
season
too.
2 yet.
Yeah, which season 1 was only 12 episodes, or 12 or 13 episodes, but season 2 is actually about 25 episodes, which is really good. That's awesome.
Now, is that the one you're talking about where you prefer the dub?
Yes, that one I've actually watched them both, which they're both equally good, but the dubbed is really good too on this. So just the voiceovers that they got, the characters, the people that got to do the voices on them were really good, and
Well, like was it the guy that dubs All Might?
oh.
Because he does other stuff, like he does dubs for like Fairy Tale. Like
A
one
lot of them
characters
do
in
the
Fairy-
same things. There's different. Todd Haberkorn does Natsu in Fairy Tale.
Mm-hmm.
There's Josh Greel is another one. I know a lot of the voices. That's how much I've gotten into animes. I've actually
Right.
investigated a lot of the voice actors too. So
Well,
Nerd.
do you know? Was it Kryler Lee? No, what's her name? The one that does
Cherami
Lucy
Lee?
from Fairy Tale. Cherami Lee. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. She has. I even watched that. They had like a real life show on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
when
has
they're sitting down talking, there's like 2 or 3 of them.
Well, no, it's not just that, but they actually played themselves. It's like a serialized world where it has a bunch of the voice actors and they
That's
go
actually-
around the cons.
That's actually pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I know I sent the mic earlier about the Anime Con in Mobile.
Yeah.
Colleen Clickenbeard is going to be there. She does the voiceovers a lot of people too.
Can you say that name again?
Colleen Clickenbeard.
All
Hey,
right.
this is off topic, but did I ever tell you that I ran into Daryl from The Walking Dead?
No.
Yeah, when I was down there taking the bar exam,
Mm-hmm.
he was staying at the same hotel.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
Nice.
so
that's awesome.
and he looks just as scuzzy in real life as he does.
Oh, hey, you got to stay in character, man.
It's like there's a homeless dude here.
So number 2 to Mike.
My number 2, I know I'm probably playing it real safe, and Chris already knows what's coming out of my mouth, but Tokyo Ghoul Re.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the first season of Tokyo Ghoul. Well, I love the second half of the first season of Tokyo Ghoul. The first half was kind of too much character development, I want to say. It over dramatized the pansy boy, but
I love the last like 2 episodes of Tokyo Ghoul.
the
first
second
one.
half of the season was pretty good.
That's about it, man. When he finally grew a set and then decided to do something.
Yeah, and if they go with the Kaneki and the Ri, which I know Ri is about the coffee shop, the girl, I forget the girl's name now. It's gonna kill me.
I can't remember her name either. No.
Well, she starts her own coffee shop, Ri. It's been a while now since I watched it. So if it includes Kaneki and her and the new coffee shop, and it's the same Kaneki that finished season 1, it's gonna be a pretty good.
I've seen the poster board for it, and it shows Kaneki on the cover along with the 4 of them on the outside. So
Okay, so if they start where season 2 ended, it should be a good season.
hopefully, we'll see. It did. I mean, season 2 did pick up. I will admit that. So when he finally, it just kind of it kept you lingering for a while until he finally revealed what he was doing. And I was like,
Remember
okay.
the torture scene where they're cutting his toes off and making him regrow?
That's still technically the end of season 1.
Yeah.
That's why I said the last 2 episodes of season 1 finally where he grew set and did something.
Yeah, that was just.
I don't know if you ever watched Tokyo Ghoul or not, Carl.
No,
It's
I've seen posters. I've like seen the little thumbnail of it on like Crunchyroll and stuff like that. But
yeah, the premise of it basically is a kid gets attacked by, there's ghouls out there, he gets attacked by a ghoul and he's almost going to die, and they do a transplant with ghoul parts in him.
Yeah, supposedly they didn't know that they were ghoul parts.
And it was the woman that attacked him.
Yeah.
And it's her parts or whatever in him, so he becomes like half ghoul.
yeah, but doesn't his face look like a ghoul though?
Yeah,
I mean,
well, he's got like one eye. Yeah, one eye is like, because the ghoul's eyes are red or something.
Right. They wear masks to cover their true identity, so that means that.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
That's a man. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
wear
wow, man.
masks.
So he.
I don't.
Oh yeah, with the big teeth. Yeah, that's an actual mask.
I'm about to say I don't think you could mistake those for ghoul parts, but yeah, okay, that's a mask.
Yeah, no,
But
they wear
the
masks.
throughout all the way till the last maybe 2 episodes of the first season is just this kid whining the whole time, like, oh my god, I don't want to be a ghoul. Oh. And I'm just like, really, come on. And then he
Chris
finally
is over exaggerating.
no, he was literally crying through the whole series.
It wasn't that bad.
But finally,
no.
in the end, he kind of grows into his own, and he realizes he accepts the fact that he's a ghoul or half ghoul or whatever, and he basically embraces the power of it, and he becomes like a total badass. So
And basically, the first season, the beginning of the season, is a lot of relationship stuff. That's why it's a lot of drama. You know, him building relationships with the little girl, the lady, the guy,
I will admit
guy
it does set it up for the second season, which the second season was a lot better than the first season.
Yeah.
So that's one of the rare instances where I've seen where the second season's a lot better.
Yeah, because normally when I watch something, it's like, oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
And then it's like, there's a second season? I don't care.
See, that anime needed the whiny parts just to set you up.
Yeah.
It did. I'm telling you. All right, number 1 to you, Carl.
We're down to our number
honorable
1. You want
mention,
to throw
sorry.
an honorable mention? You can go ahead and throw one in there if you want to.
I forgot.
Well, we'll do a movie of one of my honorable mentions. Well, I guess this is the Japanese title. Sene Heroine no Sada Takata, but it's How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. It's the movie.
Oh.
So I don't know if you guys have seen that
I'm trying to
anime.
I don't know if I've seen the anime or not. I've seen it, but I don't know if I've seen it or not.
to me, it was like it's kind of like a harem anime. You know,
Okay.
I love me some harem anime.
Oh.
Not like mature harem, just like give me that PG rated harem anime. But no, the main character to me was always just really fascinating. And you were talking about the one anime that the kid was whiny all the time.
Yeah.
This was the first instance, it's not that much of a spoiler, but like one of the girls, of course, was mad at him, and it was at that moment where it's like you did wrong, and she starts crying, and you expect the kid to like start apologizing, the main character, because he was wrong, and he's like, I ain't apologize for shit. you did this to me, so I'm not apologizing, and you're the one who should apologize to me. And I was like, wow. I was like, I've never seen anything like that in anime.
That's How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend?
How to raise a boring. It's all about this kid who wants to create like a video game, and everybody in his harem is like different parts of there's a writer, an animator, a coder, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the girlfriend is the person he actually falls in love with.
Oh, okay.
And he's the one that he wants to make the heroine of his game.
All right, that sounds interesting.
But as for number one, got to go with one of my favorites. Probably my favorite of all time. Steins Gate Zero.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I've never watched any of the Steins Gates.
Me neither.
It's an acquired taste. I tried to get Pam to watch it because it's another one of those like with the English dub. I think it's a lot better.
Okay.
She watched a couple episodes, but it's like a time travel.
Yeah. No, I know the premise of it. I've seen it, and I've been interested in watching. I just never got a chance to sit down and watch any.
But yeah, just like one of the saddest animes I've ever seen, but just beautifully done.
That's also what I've heard too.
Oh.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, great main character too.
See, I love this show. So we get to go and get all these new anime shows to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I've already been writing some down.
Me too. Got a little corner on my page. I'm sorry I cut you off, Carl. Go ahead. Finish what you're gonna say.
No problem. No, and again, it's probably, I think it's an offshoot, so it's not all about the main character and the main story, but just one of those great endings to an anime. It was just heartbreaking yet still hopeful. I don't cry because I'm a man, but
I cry.
I might have become misty eyed.
There
might have been dabbing of eyes. But, yeah.
She was cutting onions. That's what it was.
I'm
Pam doesn't cook.
I tear up a bit.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I will say this though. It's not on here, but it's one that I would like to see, and I told Pam that I would put it in there for her, since she doesn't like hardly any animes. She wants to see a season 2 of Maid Sama.
Oh, really? That's funny.
So I just threw that in there. You guys do with that you will. The only anime she's ever actually watched the whole thing.
I figured you would have had the Shokugeki no Soma in there, man. I knew you were liking that too much, a lot.
Which one's that?
The cooking one.
Oh, Food Wars.
Food Wars, yeah.
I watched some of this season, but it's like, man, there's only so many dishes you can watch.
Only so much food you can see.
That was another one I tried to show Pam, like the first episode, and she was like, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
The very first episode, and you see how it goes,
how it affects people. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's just like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "It's the story. There's a story."
When he cooks the food, it appeals to people so much. It's almost like they're having an orgasm.
Oh Lord!
But it's just like, but when they eat the food, it's like they remember like a memory that just makes them just like the happiest moment of their life if the food is cooked right or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it just shows that little flashback thing.
But of course that's as they're having an orgasm.
Yeah,
the flashback is like the little tiny part of like the little sexy,
I just like Soma. I just loved him. He was just like, whatever, He was like, I don't care.
Sounds like an anime you would watch, Chris.
Yeah, I did watch it.
Oh, okay. It sounds 100%.
Well, that's what I said. I remember Carl saying he watched that. He was watching the stuff, so that's why I was surprised he didn't mention that. So.
Yeah, I would have probably, but again, I didn't know what you guys were going for. I had like the Steins Gates, the Real Life, all the sequels, but I wanted to put a couple of the new ones.
This is just basically what you were looking forward to, man. That's all it is. It doesn't matter.
I'm trying to live up to your expectations.
Be diverse.
No, I like just give me the harem animes. That's all I care about. No diversity in my catalog.
If I were to go honorable mention, which has actually already started, I believe it started this month already, is Seven Deadly Sins season 2.
Yep, it's out.
The first season was awesome. I loved it.
Oh,
Action. And what is it, Leotis? What's his name?
Yeah, Netflix original.
Head dude. What, they say this is a Netflix original, but I saw this way before Netflix aired it, man.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I
What?
don't think I've seen that one.
Seven Deadly Sins.
I've seen it on Netflix, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's awesome, man. Watch it. It's
Because, what is it?
basically there's the seven. Well, they call them the seven deadly sins. There's seven of them each of them have like a special ability or something. One of them's a giant. One of them is he's a fairy king.
Yeah.
Right. Leotis
that-
was the leader of them.
There's another one, right?
What?
That's like the Seven Deadly Sins, but except it's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like close to porn.
No, I didn't see that one, man. Sorry,
I didn't see it either. I'm just trying to tell you.
No, this was called the Seven
okay.
Deadly Sins. I don't know the Japanese name off the top of my head, but it's Seven Deadly Sins. And I guess they have it. They said it's a Netflix original, but it is on Netflix. You can watch it on Netflix. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good season. 1's good. I haven't started season 2.
I would highly recommend it, Carl. It's very good.
Yeah. Right now I'm in the middle of like 3 different ones, so I'll have to.
Your number 1, Chris.
My number 1. You got to know what it is, man.
It's probably my number 1.
It probably is. High School DxD Hero.
Yeah, it is my number 1 too.
There's your harem, but it's a mature harem.
Oh, trust me.
And I'll say that Chris told me to watch it, and when I watched it, I was like, "What in God's green earth did he make me just watch? What is this? This is porn, but anime."
Yeah,
And-
but hilarious porn.
But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it was funny. That's the only reason it's my number.
Oh
1,
yeah,
is 'cause
it's hilarious. But when he gets serious, man, he gets serious.
Yeah.
He don't mess around. This is one of this right here is one of the only series I can honestly say that gets better as it keeps going.
Yeah.
And it
Really, you thought that?
I did.
I kind of lost. I didn't lose all my interest because I finished it, but when they went down there, like down in, I guess, hell or whatever,
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
hell?
that to me started being like, oh, okay.
Oh, when they were in season 3, man, where he went to his overdrive mode there when Aja disappeared. Come on, man, he just lost
Oh yeah,
it.
no, oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I didn't. I finished the whole thing, but it's like, to me, I like the beginning. I guess the high school stuff.
Well, see, there's a
better
lot
than
more
the-
to it. Actually,
yeah.
I've actually read a lot of stuff on it. I went on and read a lot of the stories that they had because they're pretty far into it with the light novels and everything else.
Right.
So I've read a lot of
Yeah.
the stories and everything with it too, and there's a lot more to it that they could do. And I'm hoping they keep it going. I mean, this is the 4th season, and obviously it's popular enough where they're making it still. But
Well, it's been a while since they had a new season, hasn't it been?
no, this last year.
Last year?
Yeah, I believe so.
watched on that last year.
Mm-hmm. Season 3, it might have been the year before.
I was gonna say I thought it's been like 2 years now since it's been out.
I think it's about par. They do about every 1 or 2 years, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
That was
what's that?
Well, that was another one that I liked the dub better,
Yes,
but
that's
they had to
definitely
switch
that
out.
was definitely better on that one.
but they had to switch out guys, main
Oh,
characters.
yeah, in the
after
third-
the first season.
No, the third season.
Was it the third season?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay,
third season. I guess what happened to something happened to him.
Dude was a child molester.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, the third guy, the guy that played Issei, the dubbed voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third season they had a new guy do the voice of him.
Right. Yeah. I
Which is
caught
sad
that.
because that guy did the first 2 seasons was awesome.
Yeah.
No.
Because didn't he do Zombie? Was that the same guy that did? Isn't it a Zombie or I Am a Zombie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a
This is
This is a zombie.
This
Yeah.
is- Zombie.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, he did a lot of voice acting.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Well, there's no point in me saying my number one.
What's your number one, Mike?
Anime.
High School DxD Hero, which ought to be interesting to see where they're going with it. But that's it. That's all I got. That's our top 5 for each and every one of us. And
Yeah.
looks like some of us like the same stuff, and some of us got some interesting things to check out.
Yeah. Thank you, Carl, for being
Man,
our
no,
first guest, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, anytime, man. That's awesome. We appreciate you arranging some time for us. And
That's what I do, man. You're my oldest friend. His name's Chris Ned.
oldest
He's got
as
gray.
and oldest as mean I'm old. Is that what you're trying to say?
I got
No,
more
no,
gray
no,
than
no.
him.
It's like you're the only Chris Ned I know. So
Yeah,
you're the oldest friend that's named Chris Ned.
that's true. That is very true.
That's funny. But make sure to check out our website, mikeandchrisreloaded.libsyn. That's libsyn.com for all you listeners.
We're on all our social medias.
Follow us on Facebook, too, because we do live streams weekly or bi-weekly.
Mm-hmm.
You can get involved in.
And if there's some anime on here that you guys are looking forward to this year, feel free to post it on our website, on our Facebook page, on any Instagram, any of our sites we have. And we maybe something that we haven't seen yet or whatever, we'll check it out too and give some feedback, and maybe next time we'll get someone else on here.
Yeah.
And again, thank you, Carl. We appreciate everything.
Sure.
And for being our inaugural phone guest.
At least it worked out, man. There was no problem.
It's awesome. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
And I guess that's all I got.
That's all I got. Later, guys.
Later.